Welcome back, children. I am Srinivasan here. We are going to discuss about miscellaneous exercise of chapter 2, relations and functions of 11th standard. The first one says the relation f is defined by f of x equals x squared when x lies between 0 to 3 and 3x when x lies between 3 and 10. And one more relation is given. The relation g is defined as g of x equals x squared when x lies between 0 to 2 and 3x when x lies between 2 to 10. Show that f is a function and g is not a function. First, I hope you would have seen the concepts of functions video. Now I'll just recall function. When you call as a function, when an element has only one image. Say for example, you are standing in front of an image, you are getting, in front of a mirror, you get one image, okay. If you are getting two images, automatically we call it's not a function. For example, I'll take a number 3. It has an image 5 as well as it has an image of 7, then we will say it is not a function. But if we have only one image, 3 is mapped to 5, then you'll say it's a function. So this is not a function. So you have to check what are the images. You have a unique image for every element. Say for example, it will be given like 3, 5, 3, 7, then it is not a function. When you have only 3, 5, then you call it as a function. So every element will have its only one image, a single image. We call it as a unique image. Okay, children? Right. Let us erase this. This is how we are going to do this problem, solve this problem. Let us take x and f of x. And we'll take some values. I'll take 0. Can you tell me what is f of x? 0 belongs to the formula x squared, which means 0 squared, which is 0. Now I take x as 1. Still I am in this part. So 1 squared, which will be equal to 1. Okay. Now I go for 2. 2 squared equals 4. So the order pairs are 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 4. We can go on like that. You take 3. 3 squared is equal to 9. Likewise, we have one 3 is there, as well as 3 is also there. X less than or equal to 3, x greater than or equal to 3. So this also you have to check. So 3 squared may be there or 3x can be there. So 3 times 3. Both gives the same answer. That means 3 is mapped to only 9. So you take for 4, you will have 4 3s are 12. 3 times 4 is 12. So you go on like that. You get a different images for different elements. No two elements are having the same image. So we call this as a function. Therefore, f is a function. If you want, you can make it as an ordered pair and check it out. Ordered pair 0. When I put 0, I got 0. I put 1, I got 1. I put 2, I got 4. When I put 3, I got 9. When I put 4, I got 12. So you can see that the first element is different and the second elements are also different. So every element is having a different image. Therefore, f is a function. Okay, children. Now we'll go for the second part of the same question. G of x. You take x and you take g of x. And what is the order pair? The same way, I take 0. What is the formula for 0? When x equals 0, x squared, which is 0 squared, which is 0. Now I take 1, 1 squared, which is 1. 2, I get 2 squared, which is equal to 4. As well as this 2 is also there in this condition. X greater than or equal to 2, less than or equal to 10. So this formula should also be applied there. So or, this is or 3 into 2, which is equal to 6. So you are getting two images. 2 can have an image 4 or it is having an image. This is not possible. So when you go for the order pair, you have 0, 0, 1, 1. But here, how can you write 2, 4 or 2, 6? This is not possible. This is not possible. Every element should have only one image. That too is an unique image. So this is not possible. So element 2 has two images which is not possible. Therefore, g of x is not a function. So this completes the first question, children. This is our second question, children. If f of x equals x squared, find f of 1.1 minus f of 1 divided by 1.1 minus 1. The question is very simple, children. Take the formula f of x equals x squared. Now you need to find f of 1.1. So you write 1.1 the whole squared. We know 1.11 11s are 121. So you put it after two decimals, you give it 1.21. Then f of 1. F of 1 is 1 squared, which is equal to 1. So we have all the values. We'll go for the solution. F of 1 divided by 1.1 minus 1, which is equal to 1.21 minus 1 divided by 1.1 minus 1. What is 1.1 minus 1? Yes, 0.1. So 1.21 is 0.21 by 0.1, which is equal to 21 by 10, which is equal to 2.1. This is the final answer, children. This completes question number 2. Children, question number 3. The question says find domain of f of x equals x squared plus 2x plus 1 divided by x squared minus 8x plus 2. Children, two words you remember always. Domain is the input. Always don't forget, whatever values you are going to assign is an input, range is the output. If you have followed the video, it will be better. If you have not seen the video, concepts of functions video, please go to that video and view, and then you can come back. You will get more ideas about domain and range and codomain too. So let us see what are the inputs can be given for this particular function. For that, what you have to do is we have to factorize the numerator and the denominator, because something may get cancelled. So let us do that. Now I see the question as this is a square plus b square plus 2ab, so which is x plus 1 the whole square. Now this is factorization. Plus 12, you need to get two numbers which when added gives negative 8. So negative 6 2s are 12, and I'm just factorizing. So when you factorize, you will get x minus 6 and x minus 2. I have factorized the denominator. 9th standard factorization, x minus 6 and x minus 2. So whatever functions makes this invalid. If you put x equal to 6, what happens? 6 minus 6 will be 0. So 6 cannot be an input for this function. As well as 2. If you give 2, 2 minus 2 will make 0. So denominator is 0. We will say 1 by 0 is undefined, right? Undefined. So no number can be divisible by 0. We cannot do anything further. So 6 and 2 cannot be supplied as an input for this function. So your domain is all real numbers. All numbers you can give except all real numbers, except what are the two numbers you should not give? 6 and 2. So 2 and 6. I just writing it as it's an order pair. It's not an order pair. Don't get confused. So I cannot put 2. I cannot put 6. Other than all real numbers I can put for this function. So my input is this one. Range, it is not asked. Even then, if it is asked, means range is the output. What are the possible outputs will come when you put all the real numbers? Here you see the real numbers a big set, so you cannot write the range because it's going to be all the real numbers. Whatever you put, it will be coming out. So it may be called as all real numbers. Okay, children. This completes the solution. So domain is all real numbers except 2 and 6. Thank you. So question number 4, children. The question says find domain and range of real valued function f of x equals root of x minus 1. We know, children, square root of x minus 1, this x minus 1 should always be positive, because root of negative number is called as an imaginary number. Correct? All other numbers are called as real numbers. So root of minus 1, minus 2, minus 5 is not allowed. So we call them as imaginary numbers. So we are talking about is a real valued function. We don't consider imaginary numbers. So it should not become negative. So what are the numbers will make this negative? Let us check. Let us take some inputs will give x and f of x. Then I will tell you how to find that. So first x, I am going to put a random number 2. 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. Correct? Now I put 1. 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. So the image of 2 is 1, image of 1 is 0. That all technically you should understand. Then I put 0. For x I am putting 0. What happens now? This is root of, okay, root of 0 minus 1 will give you root of minus 1, which is not allowed. So the input cannot be 0, first point. Now I try for negative 1. So root of -1 is equal to root of -2. Again, it's an imaginary. So all negative numbers we cannot put, because you remember a number line. Always remember the number line. You are talking about the number. This is easy to remember. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are millions of numbers there. Negative numbers like this: -1, -2, -3, dot dot dot. It goes up to minus infinity to infinity. So from 0 you cannot put any of these numbers. 0, -1, -2. Between 0 and -1 itself we have a lot of negative numbers, so you cannot put any. So you have to start from, not including this 0, you can take any other values, right children? So you should start from 1. Even if you put 0.9 also, 0.9 minus 1 will give you a negative number. So you have to start from 1. You have to start from 1, and you can put any real number up to infinity you can have. Can you see the last real number, the greatest number, 1? You have to start with the 1. Okay, now we know what is the domain. So domain cannot be negative number. Domain is non-negative real numbers. You know what is non-negative real numbers? Non-negative means positive real numbers. All the positive real numbers starting from 1, right children? You cannot give any negative number starting from 1. So we can write it as domain is equal to 1 comma infinity. Okay children? Now what is your range? What will be your output for this function? Range, you can see you are having the output as 0. So from 0 you will be getting all the numbers. So range is equal to, including 0 to infinity, you make it as a output. So this root function will never accept negative, so you cannot be negative. So f of x cannot be negative input, you can say that. There's nothing wrong in that. So domain cannot be negative number, less than 0. If it is less than 0, you are getting an imaginary number, so it is not possible. So domain should be 1 to infinity. Now range we have checked here. So for putting 1, this is a minimum value. When you put 1, it becomes 0. Other than that, all will be positive numbers. Up to infinity will be having. So 0 comma infinity. Try to understand. Domain is the input, range is the output. This is domain and range. If you can understand the difference between input and output, you will not get any confusions in this sort of questions. Thank you, children. This completes the solution. Welcome back, children. This question, the same model of fourth sum. Find domain and range of real valued function f of x equals modulus of x minus 1. This absolute function or modulus function, what does it do? It will convert all the negative numbers to positive numbers. So whatever number you are going to give as an input, it will be changed to a positive number. So output will always be a positive number. Okay. Now input, you can give any value for x. So all real numbers can be given as an input, but your output will always be a positive number, because this will convert negative numbers to positive numbers. Let us do some small values we will give, and we will try. We will give 2. Modulus of 2 minus 1 is, yes, modulus of 1, which is equal to 1. Okay, give 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. Okay, let us give 0. Modulus of 0 minus 1, which is equal to minus 1. You are getting a negative number, but modulus of 1, negative 1 will be changed to positive 1. Then negative 1, I give negative 1. So negative 1, which is equal to modulus of negative 2, which is equal to 2. So you have all the outputs. The range is always positive numbers. So non-negative real numbers. Here domain, you can give any number, any real number you can give. Therefore, can you tell me the domain now? Domain is equal to R. Generally R means all real numbers. The set of real numbers. You can write it as set of real numbers. That will be much better. Range. What is your range? Non-negative real numbers. Non-negative real numbers. So you will not be getting any negative number. You will get all positive, because this absolute value function will convert to positive. This completes the question number 5.